Weekdays at 5 on RTV 6.
Now at 5, new information on the 4th suspect arrested in the deadly Southside explosion, including what investigators say he knew and how he helped with the plan. 44-year-old Gary Thompson is in custody right now and will be formally charged tomorrow.
Today, prosecutors laid out his involvement in the blast that killed 2 people, Dion and Jennifer Longworth. They say that Thompson was offered payment to help blow up the home on Fieldfair Way in the Richmond Hill subdivision. There were 2 failed attempts before the final successful one in November of 2012. And we're getting more details on how police were able to track Thompson down. RTV6's Chris Prophet is live downtown with all the new information in this case. Chris?
It was a shrewd plea deal made by prosecutors with co-defendant Monserrate Shirley, who not only led police to Thompson, but who also will testify against the other men involved. It was the plea deal cut by Monserrate Shirley that led to the 4th arrest in the Richmond Hill explosion. Shirley giving prosecutors information about 44-year-old Gary Thompson's alleged involvement in the plot to set fire to Shirley's house to collect insurance money to pay off gambling and credit card debts.
The charges today are based in part upon information provided by Monserrate Shirley.
The November 2012 explosion killed Dion and Jennifer Longworth and leveled dozens of homes in the Southside subdivision. Shirley, her former boyfriend Mark Leonard, and his brother Bob Leonard are charged with 2 counts of murder, arson, and conspiracy to commit arson. And now Thompson is charged with the same crimes. According to prosecutors, Thompson worked several years for Mark Leonard. In October of 2012, Leonard offered Thompson $5,000 to dump 6 cans of gasoline inside of Shirley's home. But Thompson told detectives recently that he got scared and didn't do it. Then in early November, Thompson, at Leonard's request, allegedly installed a thermostat in the home to ignite natural gas in the house, but that too failed. Shirley recently told police that she witnessed Thompson help Leonard stuff cardboard in the fireplace so that the home would fill with natural gas. After several attempts, the plot finally worked on November 10th.
We're talking about families. We're talking about our whole community was impacted by it. And yes, we will continue to bring people like this to justice.
Prosecutors believe that the arrest of Thompson becomes the last piece in a conspiracy to set fire to a home that resulted in the deaths of 2 people. Prosecutors said today that Thompson denies any involvement in the explosion, but he will be formally charged here tomorrow morning. He will be charged with 2 counts of murder, 1 count of conspiracy to commit arson, and several counts of arson. Reporting live downtown outside of police headquarters, Chris Prophet, RTV 6.
Chris, thanks. More team coverage now. The break in this case comes just days after the prosecutor's office made a deal with Monserrate Shirley. Her home was the center of the explosion and the focus of the insurance fraud scheme.
And Eric, I've been covering the story since November of 2012. Finding that 4th suspect, the man people saw but could not identify, has been the focus of investigators for more than 2 years. Monserrate Shirley delivered Gary Thompson to authorities as part of her plea deal. Gary Thompson, as you just heard, is the 4th suspect. Since November of 2012, he has been living in the shadows while other men's names were on the radar. He became a prime suspect after Shirley reportedly put him at the scene of the crime. Thompson was interviewed last Monday and denied any involvement in the blast. He was arrested on Wednesday, and as you heard from Chris, he goes to court tomorrow morning. At this point, prosecutors say that Thompson is the final suspect. They have no other open investigations on the Southside explosion, but if any other names pop up, they say they will take action. Erica, now back to you.
Coverage.
For more continuing coverage of the Southside explosion, I should say, go to the IndyChannel.com. Click on the story. You'll find a link to our special section covering the explosion from the beginning to the latest developments.